Hi, welcome back to Darren Bernard's Poor Boy Crafts. Today we're going to make a creature for D&D. We're going to go with a large centipede. Yeah, it'd be a great thing for a dungeon. This would be a fantasy world. You know, you can have insects of any size you want. And we're going to make one that will stand head over heels over top of any of your adventurers. To start with, we are going to make the base today. Remember, if you like what you see, just like, share, and subscribe. Remember, the subscriptions are free, and if you hit the subscription, you'll be able to hit the notification, and every time I put up a video, you'll be notified and be able to know exactly when I put them videos up. This will be a two-parter, so today we're going to start with the base. I've already cut out 2-inch squares. These will be the base, and since we are making a creature, we're going to sturdy it by putting a piece of cardboard underneath of the base of it. This will sturdify it. And what I use, I just grabbed a little saltine box and just cut out a 2-inch by 2-inch board, and we'll get to that. But we'll start with the pieces so far. Like I said, I've already cut them out to 2-inch squares and already taken the black covering off of them, except for the base, the bottom part of it. Left the black on there for a little bit more security. That is where the card will be attached to. We'll go ahead and take the glue gun, put it on the right side. Let's start that over there, will we? There we go. Flip it over, because you want to cover all that fancy writing that the box puts on. Just put that on there like that. And that'll give you a solid base to work off of. Now, on the base of it, we're going to measure it out 1 inch by 1 inch so that we put it in the graphs. Remember, a large creature takes up a 10 by 10 spot in D&D, which, if you remember right, the graph is 1 inch equals 5 feet. So we'll go ahead and measure them out. 1 inch by 1 inch. And that's your base. That will be the floor of the base. Okay. Now, to make it look like stone, again, back with your aluminum foil ball, just kind of rub in on it a bit, and you're going to look like stone. Just like that. Now that piece, we'll set it aside for a second while we go ahead and start working on the wall portion of the base. We got here, pick your cleanest side if you want to. Now we're going to measure out, we're going to turn these into brick style. So we're going to measure out 1/2 inch lines. So we got, these are 2-inch blocks, so at a 1/2 inch mark a line, 1 inch mark a line, 1 1/2 mark a line, and that'll give you 3 lines. Go down a bit, do the same thing. That'll give you 6 dots on there. Then we're going to just line them up. Bring your pencil down it. Remember to push in just a little bit because you want that to look pretty good. Good. Now we're going to create what looks like a wall. To do that, we just kind of want to freehand this on the bottom. Want to make 2 little marks, make it look like bricks. On the second one, now these is important, you want to stagger it. On the second line, there's going to be 3. Just like that. Third line, we're going to match him up with the bottom line. Just like that. And then the last line, you're going to match up with the second line. And that makes it look just like a wall. Okay? Now, we'll take this now, because we don't want a full wall on this. We're going to stair step it down. We'll go over to the right side, cut on your first brick. Bring it down. and continue to stair step it down until you got what looks like that. We'll just take this piece apart, kind of clean this up a bit. Now at this point you notice you got bricks on one side but not on the other. But now that we've done this, we can follow this pattern around and then freehanding it drawing it to there, matching up this brick with that brick, following that down, and then now you have bricks on both sides of the wall. Now we'll continue on. We'll go ahead and do the other one, and we're ready. Okay, we finished both of the sides now. We got them all wrote in. Now we're going to go back to our aluminum foil ball, and we're going to press into them, make them all look like stone. Now these we're going to have to do both sides because both sides are going to be visible. There we go, very good. And then they look like stone as well. Now we're going to attach them to our base. Okay, so to do that, we're going to put some glue on the bottom part of one wall, and we're going to bring it to the corner of the base. Be very careful, the glue is hot. Let that set up. That's why I like using hot glue, because it sets up real quick. Now we're going to take glue and we're going to put along the here and along the base. And we're going to attach our other wall. Make sure it goes all the way out to the edge. Kind of wipe off any excess that you see. And hold it down to make sure it sticks. Good, beautiful, beautiful. Now your wall ought to match up on the inside and on the outside. Pretty close. Now you notice we got a little bit of an overhang up here, which really doesn't matter, but if you want to, you can kind of take your razor blade and cut it down a bit. But be very careful, this is sharp. There we go. And that's the base. That looks pretty good. Now again, we are dealing with styrofoam or foam board, so we are going to have to paint it black. So we're going to get our trusty little paint board out here and a nice medium brush, and we are going to start painting it black. Okay, we've got it finished, our primer coat of black on. Okay, she looks pretty neat. Now we're going to have to set that aside and let her dry, and we'll be ready. See you back in about an hour or so. All right, she has dried up and she's ready for the final coat, which we are using granite gray. Again, apple barrel, my favorite. It's real cheap and real easy to apply. Again, a medium-sized brush, a little bit of granite gray. We're going to go in here, and I always start on the inside. You can start anywhere you want to. I just best where I like it. But you can start on the inside, outside, doesn't really matter. Just put on a really good coat. Go. Come around all the edges. Need a little bit more paint. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, we'll wait for this to dry and then we'll do the final touches on it and we'll be done. Okay, thank you much. Okay, the gray coat is dry on here. Now we're going to do something that we haven't done before. We're going to put what's called a black wash on this to bring out the real fine tuning of the concrete walls, the stone walls, and to give a little bit more depth to the product. To do that, and we're just going to do it real simple, we'll grab a middle-sized brush. Always carry a little bit of water with me. Pour a little bit of water into your black paint. It's almost going to look like a little bit of like a watercolor. Grab out a brush, grab out a rag. Kind of just want a little bit on your brush and just barely brush into that. See how that brings out the stone in there? That'll bring out that stone really nice. I just want just a little bit on your brush. Don't need much on there. A little bit too much. There we go. There we go. That just brings the stone to life. A little bit here on the inside. Oh, took too much off my brush. Just finding that fine tone that you need. There we go. Beautiful. Bring that out really nice. Beautiful. Bring that out really good. And that's all. That's all she wrote. Okay. Remember, like and subscribe if you like what you see. Hit that like button. Remember, it all is free. Don't cost nothing to subscribe, and you can hit that notification. And every time I put a new video up, you'll be aware of it. The next one will be the second part to this, and I'll show you how to build that creature that we was talking about, the giant centipede. Alrighty. See you in a bit.